Hi there, I wanted to show you my bed of daffodils here. We're going to talk about that for the greenhouse series, and welcome. Here is baby daffodils right here. I planted those a couple of years back. Now my problem is, before we got Miss Maggie, this used to be a flower bed. Remember last week I told you that we had a pansy coming up by the fence? This here's a wild one. I'm going to be digging that up and putting it in a pot or somewhere. We just came from Walmart and Ray looked at the plants really quick, and guess what? $3.49 for a 6-pack of pansies. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the garden series. Yep, the garden series. The garden series is every Monday, and I will talk about something to do with planting, potting, what's growing, flowers, whatever. So I have a special little video on the end of this one you might get a chuckle at. So don't forget, watch to the end, please. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please do so. You never know what's going to be on my videos. I try to do something different every day. So today is daffodils. I know a lot of you folks that live down south, daffodils have come out way before ours, and some of them have already gone by. Now, my daffodils are just starting to come out. I'd like to have gotten a more of a full bloom, but we're expecting rain off and on for the rest of the week, and I'm not sure if they're going to hold on till next week. So I decided we better do daffodils this week. So I'm going to talk a little bit about daffodils now. And if y'all don't know what they look like, they come in various colors, and here is some daffodils here, and you will see mine also right here. Aren't they beautiful? Now they come in different varieties and all kinds of things. Now, if you want to grow a daffodil from seed, it takes 5 to 6 years to do so. And most people generally buy them by the bulb. And let's read a little bit about them. Daffodils are one of the most popular of all spring flowers, perennial bulbs. They'll come up every year if you don't have squirrels and dig them up and eat them. We do. We have squirrels that love them. And the region, let's see, in growing regions that have winter chill needed for the bulbs to reset themselves. Yes, they like to have a little cold climate. Even in warm regions, daffodils are often purchased as pre-chilled bulbs. Here they're not. And planted annually. See, here we plant them and then they just stay year-round. Clusters of strappy basil leaves appear shortly after winter snow melts. Yep, that is correct. Followed shortly by a trumpet-shaped flower with center cups. That's that little flower inside. It says there are more than 40 narcissus, which daffodils are also called narcissus, species, over 32,000 registered cultivators. Wow, that's a lot. Native to the areas of Europe and North Africa. Daffodils are the best planted mid to late autumn and will begin to rear their heads early spring, reaching peak blooms about a month after the final frost, which is just about right on here. Yes. Let's read a little bit more about them. Let's see. The mature size is 6 to 3 inches tall and 6 to 12 inches in width. Full exposure, or they can have full and partial sun. The soil type, rich, moist, but you need a well-drained area. Blooming time is in the spring. The flower colors are yellow, white, orange, red, and pink. Now, I can't say I've ever seen a red one. Hardiness zones 4 through 8. And it says toxic to humans and animals. So be real careful with the animals. That's one good thing Maggie has not done. She had not chewed up those. But you wait to the end of this video. You're going to see she was a naughty girl. Oh, yes. And it says, let's see. When selecting daffodil bulbs, choose the one with a large firm shape and has a dry papering covering. When you get them, they have like, it's a very translucent like paper look all the way around the bulb. Plant the bulb pointed up. Yeah, you want it pointed up because if you point it down, it's not going to grow. About 3 to 5 inches deep. Usually with the daffodil bulb, they're about this big. I usually try to go double the size when I put them down into the ground. For immediate dispenser impact, the space in between bulbs can be about 5 inches apart. Daffodils will not bloom more than once in a season. That is true. So once you have your daffodil and the stem and it goes by, that's it. Done. Let's see here. So once you notice the petals fading, allow the foliage to turn yellow and dry up. Some gardeners like to use the opportunity to dig up the bulbs and save them until fall, replanting them. We don't. I like to just let mine die all the way back and just put a little marker in there and dig them in the fall. But that's what I like to do. This approach allows the space vacated by fading daffodils. Most gardeners, however, leave the daffodil bulbs in the ground, lifting and dividing every 4th year or so. Yes, you can divide them. They multiply usually every year. You can have a little group like this, and they'll multiply like this. And then when you want to divide them, you just kind of put a shovel or a trowel or something down in between and just hit where the root goes, and you've pretty much got it. They divide very easily. Daffodils require little care other than watering during active growing season and top dressing with bulb fertilizer, instance where the bulbs do not produce ample flowers. I've not had this problem, but here is a whole bunch of other colors right here. I do have this color in my garden as well. And you can see the other colors right there. I was looking for all my gardening books. I don't know what I've done with them. I know I gifted a lot of stuff away. I might have gifted all them too. So I'm going to the reference on my tablet. Light. Daffodils thrive best when planted in full sun at least 6 hours. They can withstand a bit of partial shade or drop of light. They are spring bloomers that often are done with a display by the time the trees have leafed out. That is true. If you watch what your daffodils are doing, once they're done, the leaves on the trees are going to start. They're already in bud, but they're going to start leafing out. The soil. Daffodils prefer a neutral, slightly acidity soil, around 6.0 to 7.0. They thrive in rich, moist soil. They need drainage. They shouldn't be left in a waterlogged soil. Daffodils like to be watered regular in the spring and the fall, but stop watering in mid to late summer. Yep, that's what I do. Once everything dies down and turns yellow, they're done. I'm done watering them until I dig them up. Let's see here. Fertilizer. Daffodils are pretty self-sufficient. But if you have poor soil or the plants are not flowering as much, they should be top dressed with a bulb food when the leaves first emerge. Lightly feed them again when they flower. I've never had to do that, but there is bulb food that you can buy in the bigger stores and hardware stores. I usually get everything I need at the hardware store. Not sometimes Walmart. It all depends. And there's types of daffodils. Breeders have classified daffodils into 13 different divisions, with many cultivators within each division based on the form of the flower. The division, and then they divide, they give a name of all the divisions. All depends if it's got one petal or two petals. So that's quite interesting. Pruning. As the blooms fade, the top portion of each flower stem can be removed to prevent seed formation, but leaves the foliage in place until it begins to turn yellow. Remember I said when it turns yellow. As the plant's restoring the bulb during this time. Let's see here. They are a nice cut flower. It says how to grow daffodils from seed. It takes 5 to 6 years for daffodil seeds to grow. It's a long time. I want something, I'm like, I want it now. And that's just about potting and repotting daffodils. Yes, they can grow up in containers for up to 3 years if the pot's big enough and has well-soiled drainage. That's good. Choose a pot, 2 gallons for a standard daffodil and 1 gallon for the little small daffodils. Okay. When the leaves die off, when they're in the pot, put it on the side and let it dry out. Then start all over again. Potted daffodils can bloom for 2 to 3 years in the container. Overwintering, we just leave ours in the ground. They overwinter. They like it when it's really cold. Common pest and plant disease. Daffodils are famous for being almost immune to serious pest and disease issues. Well, that's nice. And you have this beautiful cut flower in the spring. Bulb root is possible if the daffodils are planted in badly drained soil. That's why they say you need good drainage for your daffodils, because you don't want anything in bad drainage. It will just affect and destroy the plant. And if it's not blooming, you can get something called Bloom at your hardware or big store, and it makes them produce and bloom. And that's about it. So I hope you liked the little topic on daffodils, and don't forget to stay tuned. There's a bonus small video at the end here. Have a great day. God bless. We'll see you for Tea Tuesday and Mr. Twiddle. Have a great day. You never know what's on my videos. Bye now. Hey everybody, I guess Maggie's into gardening now. She started this year already. She went and got a 6-pack that was on the steps, and she decided to deadhead the 6-pack for me. So no wonder she was outside being such a good girl. Oh, Miss Maggie, what am I going to do with you? Yep. There's Mr. R. He's coming to the rescue. He just waved. He's picking it up. He's picking it up for me because I'm keeping her inside. Yeah, she likes to hear that noise. It's 60 degrees here in Maine today. Oh, she didn't touch the plant, he's saying. He's putting it back in. I'm going to have to take care of it tomorrow. Yeah, she's gonna crinkle all right. I gotta take my Easter bunny in. We got lots going on right now. When don't we? Thank you, Mr. R. Thank you. Okay, that's the end of Miss Maggie. She's in the house for a while.